Hey guys, before we go get into this, let's like and subscribe and share and like and subscribe. Cool. And now we welcome on a very special guest. He's a podcast called the Ole Walls Podcast, Ole Walls House Podcast. Yeah. Very small lettering. I need new glasses.
Yeah, you need new glasses, bro.
We have Jordan Wollenberg. Let's bring him in.
Hey guys, how you doing?
Hey guys, hey, how's it going?
What the fuck?
Sorry, we got chat going on. We're live here on Twitch. We're live on Twitter. What's going on, Claire? Welcome to the chat. We appreciate you being here. Thank you for the host.
How's it going, man? How you doing?
I'm doing great, guys. How about you guys? Thanks for having me on, by the way.
Yeah, no problem. Want to talk about your podcast and like plug it and tell our audience it's all about, and we can go into like some sports betting talk and what have you. So take it away.
Yeah, so I'm a relatively new podcast. I'm 19 episodes in, just started it this year. Been having a blast doing it. I talk a lot of sports. Huge Green Bay Packer fan. I know that probably doesn't sit well with you guys down here in Chicago, but I guess you'll have to make do for at least one night. I love fight sports too, boxing, UFC, stuff like that. Like you guys, I like to throw a few wagers in on some sports, and I talk about that a lot. And, you know, I talk about just anything else that pops to my mind and, you know, happens to me in my daily life or I see. So I just try and have fun with it. Don't take myself too seriously. And, you know, I have people on, my friends, and we talk about stuff they're interested in. You know, you mentioned we're going to talk a lot about sports gambling. We do a segment every year. We will. My friends and I have done this the past 3 or 4 years where we've bet every game of the NCAA tournament. So that was a ton of fun to get on my buddies who do that with me.
See, Richie does that, but not recording it himself. He just does it.
That's always how we did it. Was we just kind of had a group chat, and one year we decided we're like, screw it, let's just bet every single game. And you know, now that the podcast was up, we made a whole 3-week stretch out of it. I think we just barely finished over 500. There's 68 games in the tournament now with the playing games, and I think we went like 36-32. Got off to a rough start, but battled through some adversity.
It's intense, and like every game, this matters, so it makes it so fun. So yep. I love it. It's so fun.
Yeah, there's never a better time to have a 2 TV setup going on than the first weekend of the NCAA tournament. I've got
I 100%
over on the other
agree.
side of the basement here, 2 TVs set up all the time. You never know when you might need them.
Definitely.
That's him. He's got the projector and the TV set up right in his living room.
Yeah. And if I need to, I have like my computer set up too, if I need like 4 TVs. So like
shit, you can stream like 12 games at once in your place.
Yeah, I know. Like I'm set up for I'm set up for March Madness every year.
You're invited for the next March Madness at his house. It's cool.
I do want to go to a sports book one year and do that.
I think that would be really fun. We should do that next year. That'd be cool.
We'll go to Vegas or Rivers, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went to Rivers yesterday. It's very comfy. But also, it'll probably be jam-packed. That's the thing. Like,
have you guys seen the Las Vegas sports book with the pool?
Yeah.
I forget the name of it, but it looks amazing.
Yeah, I feel like it shows up on like Twitter every year around the NCAA tournament. There's a bunch of pictures posted of it.
Yeah. We have Exile in our chat. He lives in Vegas. And Exile, have you been there? Let us know in the chat.
Yeah, I want to go check it out. I think it's called Link or the Link Pool,
Day
whatever.
Link Day Club or something.
Yeah. But it looks super fun. I would love to do that. Just chill there all day poolside and bet games. But I think I'd be too like focused on the games to even realize like I'm at a pool. I'll be like, I need this to hit right now.
There's a hot girl walking by, you wouldn't even notice.
Yeah. I'd be like, fuck that. Like they need to hit this right now, or this is not good.
I've been in Vegas for we were there for, was it maybe the Belmont or the Preakness was going on, and then it was also wrapped up in like NHL playoffs, NBA playoffs. We were out there, so we ended up sitting in the sports book for like 4 or 5 hours one day, and kind of forgot we were like there to do other stuff.
This weekend, I believe the
Preakness,
Preakness.
Yep.
And that would make sense because it's hockey season, playoff hockey.
Yeah, it probably was about this time then. Yep.
Yeah. What horses you got? Because I know like the one that won, Rich Drake is not in it, so
yeah, I saw that.
Epicenter is like the favorite to win. I guess this time.
Yeah, I haven't talked to. I've got a longtime friend who came on my podcast just a couple weeks ago and talked all about the Kentucky Derby. I have to reach back out to him because he usually will just send me like a list of all the stuff he does, and he bets an incredible amount of money on any horse race. So it's like tough following it. He has so many bets going on. So I got to touch base with him first before I give any horse racing advice.
Yeah, I don't know much, but I know I had what was it? Not Tobias. I forgot his name. Tibia, or I forgot the horse's name, but he was one of the favorites. And I also had I can't remember. It was such a long time ago already.
Yeah.
But like I lost because Rich Strike won, and I was like, damn, that was 80-1 horse, and I didn't bet anything on it, so I was kind of pissed.
Yeah,
Whatever.
coming down the home stretch of the Kentucky Derby, I had a trifecta box going in. So you're looking to hit 1, 2, 3. And I had bet 4 horses on it, and all 4 horses that I had bet were running 1, 2, 3. And then out of nowhere, Rich Strike comes in and just completely ruins it for me. I'm sitting there thinking I'm in great shape, and then Rich Strike out of nowhere. Nobody was even talking about him, even in the race.
Yeah. Did you see the overhead view by chance? Like, it was intense because like he was like way back there, and I was like, wow, that was.
He kind of split a couple horses once, and then got on the inside and just burned it up the inside, and then all of a sudden blew by everybody.
Yeah, that was wild. Like, that's one, like that weekend I lost so much money just because all of like the underdogs won that weekend. Like, I was so pissed.
Yeah, it was underdog weekend for sure.
It was a dog weekend.
Vegas cleaned up.
Yeah, even like the Canelo fight and stuff.
I won that.
Yeah, good for you.
Last minute, I'm like, who the hell do I bet? I'm looking at the odds, and Canelo's trash. His odds are $1 to win 15 cents.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he closed at something like -600 in that.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
So I ended up betting. What's the other guy's name?
Bibble.
Bivol. Yeah, I ended up betting Bivol. Literally right as
walkouts.
No, yeah, it was like during the walkouts, and I'm like, you know what? I'll throw $5 to win 30, and I did. So
yeah, I should have known. I always get fucked up with boxing because by the time I bet all the boxers, they've already like reached their prime and they're on the downward thing, and I want to see a knockout.
I think Canelo's going to win the next one, tie it up, and then they're going to do a 3. They're going to play this.
A trilogy.
Yeah.
Knowing how boxing works, I'm a huge boxing fan. They'll and even the scorecards in the first fight were pretty screwy. They'll find a way to sneak Canelo a win, and like you said, get that trilogy and get the big money going in that one.
Definitely.
Right. Yeah. I mean, what is it? $60-$70 a fight or something like that.
Yeah.
Plus all the other ad revenue and everything. I mean, they clean up.
Yeah. Everyone bet. Yeah. It sucks because I had a parlay and I hit 2 out of 3, and the last thing I needed was Canelo for a knockout, and then that didn't happen. But it was like 150 to win like over 1,000. I'm like, this would be my biggest hit.
Damn, that would have been nice.
It wasn't close.
Should have bet Bevel, whatever his name is.
Bevel, yeah. Damn.
You would have cleaned up for sure then.
I know, yeah. Oh, that'd been huge. That'd been more than like
bet all. Okay. You know what you should do? You should bet all the underdogs.
I'm a favorite guy. I like to keep my money. I bet plus signs when like I bet like I love watching like yesterday. I'm gonna get into the Miami Celtics game yesterday, and yesterday I bet Miami when they were down like by 10 points against the Celtics in the first quarter or second quarter or whatever, and then end up winning. So I was pumped. I had like Jimmy Butler plus 25 points, and then Miami to win it. So it was like plus 200. So I did bet an underdog, but it was like during the game. But I was pumped about that. Did you catch the game by chance?
Yeah, I did. I watched pretty much the whole thing. It was. As I started watching, I was like, oh man, Celtics are picking up right where they left off, kind of trouncing the Bucks in the last 2 games of that series. And then, man, just that third quarter, I think I wrote it. Yeah, the Celtics outscored the Heat in every quarter but the third quarter. But the Heat just put it on them in that third quarter and started really playing, some lock-up D. And Jimmy Butler just balled out, man. I mean, what did he finish with? Like 41 points and 9 rebounds and 5 assists or something like that?
That's intense. I saw a really funny conspiracy theory today on TikTok that Jimmy Butler is.
I saw that too. I actually saved it. I was going to send it to you.
Yeah.
I did send it to you.
That he's like
Michael Jordan's long lost son.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard about that conspiracy theory, but the timeline makes sense. And like he was balling out yesterday. I'm like, oh my goodness, like, is this like Jordan Jr.? Like that'd be wild. Oh my God. But yeah, it was an intense game. I was pumped that I had the Heat, and the Celtics look good, but they're all injured now. So I can't believe
they were down. You know, Al Horford's out on the COVID list.
Yeah.
Marcus Smart's dealing with an injury. So if Marcus Smart is back and they play again, I think tomorrow.
Yeah.
If Marcus Smart is back, I like the Celtics are getting 4 and the over under is 207.5. I like Celtics and the over. And if you're getting real crazy with it, maybe parlay them and kind of run with that. Cause I think the Celtics bounce back. I mean, Jason Tatum, I haven't really watched a lot of NBA the last 2 years, but I've been really into these playoffs, and
they're intense.
I didn't know Jason Tatum was like a dude now.
Yeah.
The dude.
Yeah, like I went away, like the last time I really followed the NBA, he was a good player, but he was still younger. And I start watching these playoffs, and like he's like one of the best players in the NBA.
Yeah, he looks great. I'm like, wow, I think the NBA's getting good hands as soon as LeBron leaves. I feel like it's gonna be like intense, like Luka. We got, I guess, Trae Young, and we have Tatum. Like, we have a lot of good like young stars. John Morant, if he could like get his knee right, whatever. Like he de-rose himself. It sucks, but like I don't know what's gonna happen with John Morant. But like I think we have a lot of good young players to like take over the league. So it's to be really interesting. Very contentious.
Yeah.
It feels pretty physical like these last couple games. I know like even like the game 7 with like Luka and like the Suns, like that was a blowout, but like it was like they took it personally. That was crazy.
Yeah, it's nice to kind of see that in the NBA again. Like that was kind of one of the reasons I lost kind of some interest, is it felt like it was the LeBron and the Golden State show all over again, just every year, and it didn't seem like it had that contentiousness or the fight to it. So kind of what drew me back in.
Yeah, I love the whole like rivalries. Like it got super intense. Crazy. Do you watch UFC at all by chance?
I do, yeah. Boxing's definitely my favorite fight sport, but I love the UFC too. You know, last weekend there was a great UFC card on too. I mean, there were some really good fights in that one. There's a pretty interesting little UFC card coming up this weekend.
Holly Holm's back.
Yeah, what? Holly Holm back for first time since like October of 2020. She's fighting Caitlin Vera. It should be a pretty interesting fight.
Who's favored?
Holly Holm is minus 230.
I'm taking Vieira.
Wow.
I'm taking the dog.
Yeah.
I learned my lesson. I'm taking dogs now.
Especially with like her in the UFC in general. You know, it's so unpredictable.
Yeah, and not having fought since October of 2020, that's a long layoff. So there's going to be some ring rust, you'd have to imagine. But she's a really good striker, and I mean, Caitlin Vera's way to win is going to be to get her down to the ground. I think the most fun fight on that card is actually going to be the co-main. I'm going to butcher this guy's name. Santiago Ponzinibbio is fighting Michael Pereira. That's going to be a really fun fight. Should be a lot of action in it. And it's going to, Ponzinibbio, I hope I'm not just totally destroying that. He's going to be looking for big shots.
Yeah, he won't kill you.
Yeah, he's not watching or listening. You're good.
He probably can very easily if he decided he wanted to. But yeah,
virtually,
somebody else. So. And then the other fight that I kind of noticed on there that should be a lot of fun is Chidi Njani, I think is how you say it. He's fighting a guy named Dusko Todorovic. I mean, they couldn't have picked harder names to pronounce.
Yeah, I was going to say, were they coming straight out of Russia or something?
Yeah. But yeah, Chidi's a fun fighter to watch too. He's a former kickboxer as well, like Holly Holm. So that all three of those fights I think should be pretty interesting.
Who do you got in those two fights?
Yeah, so I'm leaning Holly Holm. I could be swayed there. I like Michael Pereira. No, sorry, I like Santiago. I'm just going to go with Santiago. I can say that one. And then I like Chidi. So, sprinkle all of them. But I would, if you're really looking, again, live it up a little bit, parlay Chidi, Santiago, and, then pick your poison with Holly Holm or Caitlin Vera. If you're looking for a little bigger payout, that Caitlin Vera is the move.
Definitely. Yeah, I'm definitely picking Vera. I just been like not doing well in boxing. I think I've barely won in boxing. I always pick like the favorites, but like, it's just like crazy that like I think I believe the hype every time. Like all the hype gets to me like, yeah, other guy's gonna beat him, but then it's always like either a draw or like something stupid where like I don't know. Like I'm in the Canelo fight with Triple G, those draw. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, right.
Like, I'm just never on the right side in boxing. So like it's been hard.
Boxing will do that to you. They find a way to screw up a good thing pretty easy.
Yeah, and I'm still addicted to it, so I don't care. Like I'll still bet it. It's crazy. Do you bet baseball at all, or not really?
Not really. Baseball's. I'm an Indians fan or Guardians fan now, I guess. So my interest in baseball kind of swings with if they're any good, and they haven't been the last couple of years. And I think they're of the 30 teams in baseball, I think they have the 27th payroll. So. My interest in baseball definitely is tied to if they're any good. I was a big baseball fan in like 2016, 2017, and 2018. And
I was a huge fan in 2016.
Oh yeah.
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 But it's been rough sledding for me since. So
I think we went to 9 games that year.
Oh yeah,
9 or 10 games that year. Richie and I went to.
I was gonna say because we won the World Series over the Guardians, so it's like that was the year. So of course I was like, yeah, that was the year. I missed that.
Hey, listen, if it wasn't for that rain delay, I don't know if we'd be having the same conversation right now.
I know. I think about that rain delay all the time.
I want more rain delays all the time now. Like I'm hoping for like every rain delay, even in like close stadiums. Like if I need to win, like give me like remember the one year with the lights out with the Super Bowl?
Oh yeah, the lights out at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I need more delays. Like give me more delays, and I probably will win. So it's like the luck charm. It's wild. Are you superstitious when you bet, or like I'm pretty superstitious? Like I like to bet like the oddities per se. Like if like a team has to travel like far, like they're too tired, so I'm gonna pick the other team and shit. Like I don't like really do stats.
I wouldn't call that superstitious. I would call that smart betting.
I mean, it's nothing to do with like stats though. Like you have to tired, but how do you know if they're even tired? I mean, you do, but you don't. Like what I mean, or like if a mascot died. Like
wait,
it's
what?
Like I know, like
how does a mascot die?
No, so I'm with you. So one of my buddies and I that do a lot of conversations about our bets.
Yeah,
our big thing is like if there's ever like the personal interest story.
Yes,
the guy who was the mascot that's been the mascot for 30 years, he died, and now the team's going to rally around him. We're like, oh, if you ever see that, you bet that team immediately.
Exactly. Yeah, right, that's exactly how I bet. Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't say that was superstitious. I would call that smart betting because you're reading the lines. You know what I mean?
In between the lines.
I guess that's true. I will say the one thing that is 100% superstitious that anytime I've bet a game and like the shit's hitting the fan, you can find me standing on my couch. That's like my way to fix it.
That's great. I guess I do something like
if it's coming down to the wire, if I need my team to really figure it out, I'm standing on my couch, and that's where I will finish out the game. And
I'm that way too. I actually the 16 series, I watched one game here at home, and they lost. Cubs lost, so I was like, you know what? I gotta watch it at my buddy's house. That's where we watched all of them. That's where we're gonna stay. And I called him and like, I don't care what you're doing, I'm coming over.
Crazy.
And then yeah, like the bar down the street, which is reopening as something else. I don't know if it's going to have still a bad omen, but during the 10, 13, and 15 Blackhawks runs, every time I saw a Blackhawks game in that bar, they lost.
Which bar was it?
The bar by Cadillac. The one they're reopening.
Oh, okay. But yeah.
Well, I can say the name because it's not there anymore. Roundheads.
Yeah. But I was going to say, like, it's going to be not that, like, it's a new omen.
I don't know. They're redoing the place.
Yeah. So maybe the new good luck charm.
We'll have to try it out.
Yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. I mean, I love sports betting. I mean, I literally do almost every day, except if I'm like traveling and like there's no place to sports bet, I won't do it. But yeah, I literally do it every day. So it's great.
Yeah, it's a little tough. You guys are lucky down there in Illinois. Up here and across the border up in Wisconsin, they don't let us do it, legally. So you got to be a little more creative.
Right.
I wonder when it's going to be legal because, like,
wink, wink.
Yeah. Just come down to the border. I feel like it'd be fine.
Well, they're actually building a casino, Illinois-Wisconsin border. I think it's going to be like where is it going to be?
I think they're going to put one in Beloit.
Okay, then that's almost Rockford, almost Wisconsin area. So that wouldn't be that bad.
Yeah. I'll check it out, dude. Especially for like those like Bears Packers games. That'd be cool. That's to be in the atmosphere with like Bears and like Packers and like
because you're literally on enemy
territory.
Speaking of enemy territory, how you guys feeling about your Bears this year?
I mean,
I'm not writing them off as a winner. Not this year.
This is like all Chicago sports are just like kind of fucked, kind of except the Bulls, I feel like. But like, it's just one of those like, I care about everything else except Chicago sports at the moment, I guess. Like, I'll follow all the storylines and stuff, but like, I'm not really following like that. Like, I'm not following the Cubs this year. I'm just following the storylines.
Well, all I know is that Aaron Rodgers is back in, so he's our daddy. We all know that. It's been proven. I'm drinking a Miller product just for him, you know.
There you go.
I mean, he's there, but you guys have no weapons. So like, I mean, this will be an interesting year.
The problem is the three of us could line up at wide receiver, and we might be able to compete for some spots. So.
I purposely not catch the ball. Like, oh, I'm sorry, Aaron. Like, I'll just give it like I'll lateral it back to like another Bears player.
No, I'd walk up to him and I would say, you know, where's my child support? You know, you are my daddy and all. Where's? Give me some money. Give me some money.
How do you feel about the Packers this year? How do you think you're gonna do?
I'm torn. I mean, Rodgers is still playing awesome. The defense was playing great last year. I mean, in the playoff game, they didn't allow a touchdown. Brought back a lot of the key pieces on defense, but I mean, the big worry is who's he going to throw the ball to? You know, good running back Aaron Jones, and I'm losing our other running back for some reason in my head. But you know, our top wide receiver right now is Alan Lazard. I know we picked one up in the draft, but I'm hoping they go out and find somebody. I don't think Julio Jones is signed anywhere, so I'd love to see him go get him and just get kind of a veteran presence there just to have a little something.
And Julio Jones is still
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he didn't have as a good year because I had him in like fantasy, but like he got numbers a little bit. Like he's consistent-ish. So
yeah, the Packers have a lot of like great like 2 and 3 wide receivers, like guys that can be your second and third option. So it wouldn't be like you'd have to really rely on Julio a ton. So I think it'd be a great fit, and you know he wouldn't have to be getting 15 targets a game. He could get 8 to 10 targets and just be valuable in big situations where you need kind of a veteran star wide receiver who knows what he's doing. So I'd love to see him do something like that or make a move for somebody and try and get aggressive. Knowing the Packers, they're not going to do that at all. So I think what we got right now is what we're going to start the season with.
Yeah. I feel like for like fantasy wise, like since there's no weapons, Aaron Jones is going to be a big pickup for fantasy because there's no weapons. So I don't know if Aaron's going to just run the ball the whole season or whatever, or like hand it off to Aaron to Aaron. Double A.
Yeah, Matt LaFleur likes to run the ball, so I think he's really going to want to, and he's going to, they're going to kind of use that two-headed running back approach, I think. But I think you're right with Aaron Jones for fantasy. I think he's going to catch, 2 to 4 balls at least every game. So just stacking the points in that way and multiple ways of coming at it.
Yeah. Go ahead.
What do you think? Obviously, with Aaron Rodgers beef he had between last year and the offseason and stuff like that, do you think that'll negatively impact the season at all?
I think they're kind of over the worst of that. Just
because he signed back. I mean, yeah,
he signed back, and it's a 3-year deal, but it's basically a one. I mean, I think they have an out after. I think Rodgers has an out after every year. So I think the big thing we're going to see is every year is we're going to go through like the old Brett Favre thing, like. Is Rodgers going to retire? Or is he not going to retire? Is he going to want to trade? Like, I think in the season it's going to be all right, but I think every year in the offseason there's going to be some drama and some stuff to sort out.
Yeah, I tweeted Aaron Rodgers. I'm telling him do whatever makes you happy. Like if you want to retire and go, do Jeopardy.
Did he reply?
No, but I was just telling him like be free, man. You don't have to play football if you don't want to.
Well, that's the Bears fan of Richie saying, dude, don't come back.
That's the nice way as possible. Like, Jeopardy's calling, like, you're a great host. Love you as a host. Not as our daddy, but as a host, so.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I saw the Packers have, like, Sammy Watkins, too, right? Like, you.
Yeah. Jim Griffith actually said that Packers did sign.
I forgot about that.
Sammy Watkins.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I forgot about that, too. So that's one weapon.
Yeah.
So, yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, some speed, definitely.
Yeah, he's gonna be like number one option. I feel like so. It's either going to him or Aaron Jones. So
yeah.
Since Devontae Adams with the Raiders now.
Yeah, but he's always wanted to be like in that. Like I forgot what his like reasoning was, but that's wild. But to go to like Derek Carr, that's ridiculous, dude.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I was very confused about that because everything reported was that the Packers offered him the same money. I guess it was just he wanted to play with Derek Carr because they were, college teammates.
Change the scenery.
He wanted to go back to Vegas area.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Well, he got my respect like up here now, so I'm like, let's go Devontae. I'm pumped.
Now you can actually like root for him.
Yeah, I fucking hate him now. I love him now. I'm like, yes, let's go.
It's nice when you get to root for Devontae Adams. I will say that. It's fun when you see the ball going in his direction and you're rooting for him.
It's always funny when like a former Bear gets traded to the Packers, like Julius Peppers.
Oh yeah.
And Richie over here has Julius Peppers' jersey. He was wearing it for like one of our tailgates, and we were playing the Packers. I was like, dude, you got to take that off, man.
That's the one I had.
You got to take that off.
But it could be like, or
put tape over it or something.
Well, the thing is, it could be like hot peppers, not like Julius Peppers. It could be like, like Jarnera peppers.
Put
Jarnera, yeah.
Put Jarnera.
Yeah. Could be like Italian beefs here. So I'll literally put like Jarnera peppers, Yeah.
Julius Peppers was a weird one because just like the complete opposite for you guys, like you watch him just terrorize us and get to Rodgers in the backfield all the years, and then all of a sudden he's on your team, and you're like, oh, this is a lot better than seeing him just blow by an offensive tackle.
As a Packer fan, what's your favorite go-to tailgate food?
It's got to be brats.
I knew you were going to say, yep.
Yeah,
we love brats.
I think the only other option would be cheese curds.
Oh, that's second, yeah.
But if you're doing a tailgate, like it's just easier to make brats. Like you just get a grill and you can go. I mean, if you want to boil them up first, but yeah, I think brats has got to be the go-to.
Yeah, that's pretty close here. Burgers, brats.
Yeah.
What else? What were you gonna say?
I'm gonna say we go to Brat Stop all the time in Wisconsin just to get the brats.
Every chance we get up there.
Yeah, like I love brats.
Beer battered brats.
Best.
I'm a little ruined with tailgates. I grew up in Pennsylvania and went to a game or one or two Penn State games every year, and that's the best place in the world to tailgate. If you ever get a chance to do it, it's awesome. Their stadium is in the middle of nowhere. It's just a stadium surrounded by fields. Ooh. So it's basically like a 2-mile radius around the stadium of just cars and RVs parked. And you can just basically walk in any direction for like 45 minutes. And that's just tailgate after tailgate after tailgate.
Yeah.
I'm a little spoiled growing up with that.
Bears are a little split up between our lots. It's not quite like that. I don't know if you've been to Soldier Field.
I haven't. I want to get down there.
But I would say I have been to Lambeau, not for a game, but I've gone on the off season, and it's set up really like in the neighborhood and everything. Yep. And it's I still gave it the finger.
All I know is
it's pretty cool because it is, like you said, it's just like it's like you're driving through a little town and all of a sudden there's just a giant NFL stadium, and like I said, there's all the lots right around it that people set up in, and you park in somebody's driveway. And
you know what? Those people make a ton of money. I'm sure they probably pay off their mortgage with that shit.
We talked about that with another Packers fan, like a couple episodes ago. But that's crazy.
They have Airbnbs that they'll rent out for like $600 for the game, or something stupid. Like
and some of them you don't even stay there; you just rent it.
Like
a couple hours before the game. And some of them don't even let you come back afterwards.
Wow.
I mean, most of them do, but there are a couple that are like, nope, you can get here at 6 a.m. until game time. And when the game starts, you got to get out.
Get out. You can leave your car on the driveway. That's it.
Nope.
Wow. I didn't know that.
That's wild.
Yeah, those ones aren't as common. Most of them you rent for the whole day, and a lot of them you rent for the night too. You know, you'll get it Sunday night and then you'll leave Monday. But there are a couple I've seen and heard of that it's like, yep, up until the game and then get out so the owners get their cleaning crews in.
Yeah. Jim Griffith says they talking about the Packers, drafted 2 rookie wide receivers a few weeks ago. They're pretty good. I know a guy from North Dakota State. That guy's good, I guess. And then also a guy from Nevada.
Yeah, the guy from North Dakota State is Christian Watson, I think is his name. Really skilled guy, really athletic. His only downfall is he led the NCAA in drops for the year, I think. They're very high up on that.
Oh, yes. Love it.
All right.
Yeah.
So he's a perfect replacement for MVS because MVS would be wide open, streaking down the field for a guaranteed touchdown, and the ball would hit his hands, and his hands just turned into bricks. So
I do remember that because I did go to a Packers bar. There's a Packers bar in Chicago. I went because I lost a bet with the Packers radio DJ. Evo says he's from Wisconsin.
He's from Madison, Wisconsin.
Madison, yeah.
On the zone.
Yeah. I know who that is. I don't know him personally, but I've heard him.
Yeah. So we did this Twitch stream with him, and we were friends. But I bet him for the cup.
He actually owes us some drinks.
Yeah. But I bet him that if we did Bears Packers I bet Bears obviously, and if I lost, I had to go to a Packers bar in Packers gear and eat a brat. So I did that, but it was intense being at a Packers bar because they hate that guy. Yeah, I fucking hate that he drops all the passes. I'm like, I fucking love it in my head. I didn't want to say shit, but I'm like,
you're like, yeah, I hate him too.
Yeah, the first Packer game I ever went to, it was the last game of the 2019-2020 season, and one of the first 4 or 5 plays of the game, Valdez-Scantling broke away, and we were sitting in above the end zone, and he was streaking right at us. I was like, oh, what a great start to the game as the ball's in the air, and then hits him right in the hands, and he drops it. And I was like, oh, gosh, here we go.
Butterfingers, as they say.
Marquez Butterfingers is his name now. It's wild. All I know is there's a picture that leaked about Justin Fields. He's studying right now. He's just studying plays. I think his buddy just took a picture of him on the couch.
Open up the playbook.
Yeah.
Take my picture.
Yeah, literally. Yeah, I'm like, that got me pumped. I'm like, all right, cool. Aaron Rodgers probably on some island. Justin Fields is studying, so I'm pumped about that. So that gives me
is he reading the
this
way
much of hope.
Reads? Because LeBron, every time he's got a book open, it's open to the
the first page.
Yeah, he never gets through anything.
It was funny because he had a Q&A on Twitter yesterday, and someone asked him have you ever finished the books you've read? And he just never answered it.
He left that question on
read. That's hilarious.
That question on read.
Oh, fucking LeBron. Crazy. But want to plug your podcast one more time. Do you have any last questions for him?
Yeah, I do actually.
Yeah, go ahead.
So as you know, you have Culver's, we have Culver's, and we have cheese curds and Culver's. What's better? Bar food, cheese curds, or the Culver's cheese curds?
Bar food, cheese curds, hands down.
Okay.
It's not even a contest. I was in Missouri with some friends of mine, and they ordered cheese curds from Culver's, and they're like, these things aren't that good.
Yeah.
And then they got real cheese curds a couple weeks later, and they're like, oh, okay, I understand what you're saying now. An actual cheese curd is a totally different story.
My favorite cheese curd is made by the bartender herself, who has to walk around the corner and put them into the fryer.
Yep.
And then give you your beer, and then walk back around, take them out, and put them on the plate.
Yep, that's the best ones, and always with ranch. Don't let anybody give you any of the other stuff they try and give you. Cheese curds come with ranch.
Yep.
Oh yeah, 100%. Fuck blue cheese.
Oh,
yeah, blue cheese. You see some people do like a tangy orange sauce and stuff like that. Don't
Buffalo
do
Wild
that.
Wings does that, I think, right?
Probably. Buffalo Wild Wings does a lot of weird stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I forgot.
I personally like the dive bar food.
Oh yeah, same.
Over anything.
Dive bars are one of my
favorite. Dive bars are the
best
best
in the world.
Yeah. The background of our podcast here is actually the dive bar that we go to down the street from my house. And we've been going there for years. So
it was conceived at that bar.
Yeah, actually this podcast was conceived at that bar.
Oh yeah.
Hey, if you can find a good dive bar, you don't let it go.
We haven't. We went there when we were 19.
I'm gonna have to ban Exile for saying people dip cheese curds in caramel.
Yeah, that's not right.
Or is it caramel? That's the question.
I say caramel.
I say caramel.
I say caramel.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's not right.
Yeah.
Do you say opalot like us?
Oh
no, I'm not a native Wisconsin guy, so
okay.
I haven't developed ope. I don't say bubbler.
What?
That's a drinking fountain, but
okay,
yeah, that's what they call.
I spent a lot of time up in Wisconsin, and
they call water fountains or drinking fountains bubblers up here, and it blows my mind.
It's crazy because like I'll go visit a friend in Eau Claire County, and just the way that they say stuff that's like completely different, like that, like bubble.
Oh yeah, you start getting up that way. If
you go up more, the more north they say random shit.
She's north of Eau Claire by like half an hour. She's like in the north woods of Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you get
say like big in like Minnesota, like
big.
Want a bag?
No, they say that in Wisconsin too.
Yeah, but it's almost
big.
like
I'm like bag.
Yeah, that's wild to me. But yeah, want to plug your podcast one more time for everyone so they can check it out? Yeah.
Yeah, it's Ole Walls House. It's on Spotify, Apple, Google, Amazon Music. I think that's pretty much where it's at. It comes out pretty much always Monday evenings. Occasionally it could sneak till Tuesday morning, but once a week for now. Talk about a range of different sports stuff and just kind of random crap I see throughout the week, and that's pretty much the gist of it.
So if you like us,
you'll like him too.
You'll like them,
especially if you're a Packers fan.
Yeah,
we're Bears fans.
There's going to be a lot of Packers talk come the season. Pretty much anything I talk about NFL wise all has kind of a Packers twist to it already. So
we have a Bears twist to ours. Even like our podcast is like off the cuff.
Let's propose something. Maybe a challenge come
like a
Bears Packers season when they play each other.
Yeah, let's do a little like bet.
We play week 2 on Sunday Night Football. So
so maybe like
I hate how we're like flex. Well, I hate we're like prime time for you guys. I'm like, oh, why is being the Packers?
They always do.
I know. I hate it. Like just don't. I hate being embarrassed in prime time.
Lambeau too.
So I'm thinking like a shotgun, a beer, something simple, nothing crazy.
Yeah. Or if
you're getting crazy with the ideas.
Okay, so quick question, Wisconsin, what is your like drink out? Not your drink, but like see our like shot is called Malort. I want to give you that, but then if we win somehow, wait, how do you do this?
Fashions?
What's your shot in Wisconsin?
I don't know that there really is like a Wisconsin shot per se.
Do you have a drink?
The brandy old fashioned is like the
okay, yeah, we'll do a brandy old fashioned if we lose, but if the
Bears win, you'll have to drink a Malort shot, which you can get at probably any dive bar.
Yeah.
It's deal.
It's in the area, you know.
Have you had one before?
I haven't, no.
Okay, good.
Or how about Chicago handshake?
That's easy though.
No, it's not. It's the same thing with the old style.
So what a Chicago handshake is it's a shot of Malort with an old style chaser.
Sounds perfect.
Okay.
Oh, you say that now, dude. I almost puked.
Yeah.
I almost
say that now.
You say it now. I almost puked on the boat when I had to try Malort, and I'm from Chicago. I hate Malort, like with the passion.
I actually had one last Saturday with Drew on stream.
I had one at a Sox game, and I don't like Sox, and I hate Malort. And it was like 2 wrongs made a right, I guess. I didn't puke.
Yeah, you just got to choke them down when it comes to the nasty ones, and just be done with it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
Again, thank you very much. The link for the Apple podcast is below on the screen if you're watching this.
Yep. Every Monday, check it out, the Ole Walls House Podcast. So is it just you, or do you have like co-hosts or like?
I'm the only host. Probably at least 50% of the time I have a guest come on for at least 20, 30 minutes or so. But there are definitely weeks where it's just me rambling and ranting and
that's
working through my thoughts. Nice. It's a scary thing sometimes, but
yes, we'll come on for the Bears preview with you. So we just like
perfect.
Fight
we'll that up.
There you go. Yeah, we can co-stream it too if you want.
Yeah,
whatever. We're open to anything.
Yeah,
we're always love meeting new people and talking to new people and especially our rivals. It makes it so much
we
fun.
had like 5 Packers podcasts like this year.
Yeah, we have.
There just happened to be like I'm like, okay, what the fuck? I guess
I've had to bite my tongue the whole time.
Yeah.
You guys need a Bears win, or you guys are gonna get real fucked up real fast.
It's not looking too good. You might win maybe like 3 or 4 this year. So I don't know. I'm not that optimistic, but yeah, whatever. If we do it, we do it. If not, then he's still studying, so it's all good.
Exactly.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, thanks for coming on. We'll see you when we see you. So yeah.
Cheers.
Awesome. Really appreciate it, guys. Thank you so much. Cheers.